This presentation will cover the basic of what Mendeley is, how it can help to improve your research and writing processes, and how you actually use it. Well, let's start. This is a general overview of what we are going to cover in this presentation. Let me start off with what is Mendeley. Mendeley is a research workflow tool and an academic social network that helps you organize your documents and references. Mendeley helps you collaborate with your fellow researchers online by working together in groups. And finally, Mendeley also can provide you with readership statistics and recommendations that can help you to stay up to date and learn more. So what is Mendeley? Mendeley is an academic software which is available across a number of different platforms. You can run Mendeley on your Mac, on your PC, or even on Linux, and in all major browsers. Mendeley offers a desktop application that you can run in your computer, a web library for whenever you are not at your computer, and a mobile application so you can work on the go. Well, we'll see how the desktop and the web components work together in the next couple of slides. So let's talk briefly about how the product works and what it looks like and how you might like to use it. The first thing you will need to do is to create an account via mendeley.com. Let me go to the website directly. So this is completely free to do and only takes a few seconds. You will need a Mendeley account to log into the different versions of the software. Once you have created your account, you will be prompted to download the appropriate version of Mendeley Desktop for your current machine. So you don't have to do this right away, but it's a good idea to have the desktop application installed on your main working computer. So let's talk about how Mendeley can help you to bring organization to your reference. This is, I will show you now. This is what your desktop library looks like. The desktop is divided into 3 panes. They follow a workflow hierarchy from left to right. And any activity in the left pane affects the display of the content in the center pane. And any activity in the center pane is reflected on the right-hand pane. The document, we call it the document details pane. We are going to start with the left-hand pane in your top-level library. There are a few default folders. These include all documents, recently added, and read documents. Favorites, needs review, my publications, and unsorted. And you can create your own folders and folders from here as well. Let me show you. And you will also see the other options here that relates to groups. That you have either created or joined. As well, you have access to the Mendeley Suggest, where you will find personalized recommendations based on your documents in your library. And and your interaction with Mendeley and other users. I will get to the group's collaborations and content discovery features in more detail later in this presentation. And then the center pane shows the reference list for whichever folders you have selected in the left-hand panel. There are a few functional elements here that I will explain shortly. Finally, the right-hand side pane is where you will see document details related to the reference selected in the middle pane. The right-hand panel is not only for document details like title, author, abstracts, it's also where you will find the documents, white notes, post-it annotations, content tables, and other data. Well, I will go back to the slides. Now I would like to show you what is the Mendeley web application. Sorry. And it's a version of the Mendeley accessible via your web browser. Sorry. You will need to be logged into your Mendeley account in order to access it. The layout is really similar to what we have just seen for Mendeley Desktop, although it has been optimized for use in a browser. So you can visualize the same three column structures as the one that we have seen before on the Mendeley Desktop. So let's go to how you can add documents to your desktop. So I will go back to my Mendeley desktop version. So Mendeley makes it easy to add documents. The simple way is just drag and drop the file right into your Mendeley library. But also there are actually quite a few ways to add documents to your library besides drag and drop. Also, you can use the file menu and select from a few options. You can select the file or a folder to add from your computer. Or you can define a watch folder. A watch folder is a folder or multiple folders that you can define in your computer to keep an eye on. And what this means is a PDF is added to your folder, and Mendeley in your computer, and Mendeley will automatically know it's new and import it for you to your Mendeley library. Also, you can, I will go back to the file menu. Also, you can add reference manually instead, which allows you to complete a number of fields manually, as you can see. So, as you know, keeping your documents details clean and complete also is important. Therefore, I thought it would be a good idea to see how Mendeley takes care of most of hard work for you. When you add a document to your library, Mendeley will do it best to import all the relevant information from the article you just added, but sometimes the data will be missing. Fortunately, this is easy to fix. Enter the DOI. Let me show you. Enter the DOI, PubMed, or ARCIF ID and click on the magnifier glass. To have Mendeley perform an online search for the correct information. And Mendeley will then add the correct information automatically for you. So also, there are few other ways to add documents to your library, namely the Mendeley Web Importer and the Mendeley Research Catalog. But let's go to the Mendeley Web Importer. So the Mendeley Web Importer, I will go back to the slides. So the Mendeley Web Importer is an invaluable tool when performing literature reviews or searching in databases for articles of interest. You're trying to find those informations. So if you visit mendeley.com, you have to import from there the Save to Mendeley button, and you have to just install this bookmarklet into your browser. And also information, all the databases will be imported from using that web importer. That bookmarklet will tell Mendeley everything is needed to know to add your articles in your library with all the metadata. I will show you what it looks like in action. So I will go back to the bar. So yes, I will open Google Scholar, for example. I will make a search. Sorry. I will open Google Scholar. Google browser. So I will make a search, enter in some keywords, and the only thing I have to do is just to click on the tab that is called Save to Mendeley, that is the Mendeley Web Importer button. And then will pop up a window with all the references that appear on this search. If I would like to import those references into my library, I just have to select it. And then this information will be added to my personal library. So I will go back to the slides. So basically, anytime you come across any interesting article online, or when you do a search on Google Scholar or one of the many other supporter websites, you can save this article to your library by just clicking the browser bookmark, Save to Mendeley. A modal window like this one will pop up. Then you can select the article you want to import and then click the green button to save it, and done it. You have access to the article via your institutional network, a PDF icon will generally indicate that actually article or file is accessible, and it will be then saved automatically to your library along with the metadata. So also, Mendeley has partnered with ScienceDirect and Scopus to make important articles and reference into your library even faster. So in Scopus and ScienceDirect, just click export to see the Save to Mendeley option, so you can add an article to your library. Options to Save to Mendeley show up in many other databases, but if an integrated solution like this is not available, simply use the web importer to do the trick. So finally, I think it's really important, like other reference managers, Mendeley securely syncs your library between devices and back this up online. That means that Mendeley desktop and web update each other, so you will always have access to your articles and reference even if you are not at your computer. For that, I will go back to the desktop version. For that, you have just to sync your library, clicking on this button. That, as I mentioned before, that means that Mendeley desktop and web updates each other, so you will always have access to your articles and reference even if you are not at your computer. So now that you are familiar with adding reference to your library, let's talk about how you can order and structure your library. So Mendeley desktop interface, as you can see, should be fairly intuitive if you are familiar with programs like iTunes or even Gmail. So the left-hand panel offers a number of different options to help filter your document list to exactly what you need to find. So the default position when opening Mendeley desktop is all documents, which will list all items in your library. You can use the column headings such as author, names, title, year, to order your documents by the value. This can be useful for finding works by a specific author, for example. And when you add materials to your library, they will initially be marked as unread. Or unsorted as well. Indicate by also they use this green spot or green dot in the second column to indicate that this material in your library is recently added. And you can toggle this off and on by clicking in it as well. Alternatively, a document will be marked as read once you spent a certain amount of time reading it in the Mendeley PDF reader. Also, you can star documents to mark them as favorites. They can then easily be retrieved via the left-hand panel. And also, you can use the left-hand panel to access items you have recently added. Or items you have recently read. Also, as I think I showed you before, you have this folder functionality. that allows you to quickly file your reference under different topics, headings. You can drag and drop. You can just drag and drop reference from your library onto the folder name in the left panel to add the reference to a folder. Also, you can create folder within existing folders. Also, Mendeley offers a powerful search tool to help you to locate items in your library. It's on the top right side. So just enter your search term in the field. Which appears in the top right corner, and Mendeley will filter your current view to show reference which contains that term. It will also search within the full text of PDF papers which appears in your library as well. The search is context specific, so if you are not getting the result you expected, make sure that you have the appropriate folder selected in the left-hand panel. If in that, select just all documents. Also, Mendeley allows you to tag your documents. You can use tags. You can also use tags to help to locate a reference or reference within your library. You can add multiple tags to your reference using the document detail panel when you have the reference selected. Then use the filter by my tags menu, which appears in the bottom left corner, to quickly pull up material that you have tagged. The list of available tags will only display tags used in your current folder view. So again, make sure you are viewing the appropriate folder or all documents before attempting to filter. So now my colleague, Mohamed Ghaffar, will talk about two key functionalities, the PDF viewer and the Mendeley Citation plugin. Mohamed.
Thank you very much, Giovanna. But before we're talking about that, we have a very important question from Muhammad Mahdi asking how to export EndNote library to Mendeley. So if you can answer this question.
Sure. Well, I will advise Mahdi to use this feature that is called show the welcome screen on help on the top menu. The easy way is just to follow these 3 steps in order to import your library from EndNote to Mendeley. It's just you have to export the content of your library and then save the files in your desktop, and then you can import those files into the Mendeley desktop using the different functionalities that we have showcased at the beginning. Personally, I will advise to create a watch folder in your in your computer. So all the information that you are going to add on that folder in your computer will be imported automatically to your Mendeley library. And of course, don't forget to sync so you can have access to that information that will be imported to your desktop library on your web library. I hope I have answered your questions.
Okay, thank you very much for answering the question. So, can we get back to the slides? Or I will take the presentation.
Yes, please.
Okay, I requested keyboard and mouse. Okay. Okay, so we have just finished talking about how to set up your reference library and how to go to and how to organize your references and all that stuff. So now we are going to talk about the PDF viewer. Mendeley has a built-in PDF reader. The layout is very familiar to use. It is it looks like Adobe Acrobat Reader that you are familiar with. It's always or it's the same software, so it's going to be familiar with you. At the top of screen, you will see the number of a number of tools like highlighting, pan, notes, and all that stuff. And of course, when you create a group on Mendeley, once you annotate or highlight something, then everyone will see what you have done, or it will be shared with your group. And of course, Mendeley always will remember where did you went to your document. So it will remember the place that you have stopped reading at. So it will be a very handy tool for you. Sorry about that. Okay. So there is also a search box that helps you when you read at the PDF viewer at Mendeley. So you can go to the search and make a search on inside the document itself. So it is a very good and handy tool to search for certain items, or once you need to or to take some words from the article itself. So it's very good, handy tool to use. There is also the annotation. So you can highlight the important passages using the highlight tool. Just as when you have reading a physical copy, so it is very similar to reading your paper. So this allows you to pick out important passages from the paper. You can also add notes to the paper to help organize your thoughts. These can be done either in the notes box, which appears in the document detail panels, and also these notes are document-wide and can also be viewed from the main library view without opening the paper for reading. So all these are handy tools to use once you are reading your article. So now we've got through these steps of reading your article. Now it's the time to start citing or to writing your document and start citing the references that is all in your library. So Mendeley comes with a built-in citation plugin that will save your time and help you cite references as you work on manuscripts. So no more tedious hours of checking citation styles and writing your own bibliography and all that stuff. And I also understand that it's very frustrating to get some rejection or once you submit your paper to be published and you get some rejections because of a missed point or a missed semicolon and all that stuff. So this will help you actually to and will support you to do this easily. So you will first need to install the citation plugin. This can be done via the tools menu within Mendeley desktop. The citation plugin supports Microsoft Word for Windows and Mac for both of them, and the free alternative of LibreOffice for Windows and Mac and Linux. So depending on which of these you have installed, you will also prompt to install the plugin depending on which thing you have on your computer. Once installed, the citation plugin will appear within your word processor. Its appearance will vary slightly depending on your operating system. So um, you will also get the view depending on the system that you have installed. You will see the same buttons anyway, so it's the same experience on both Windows or Mac or Word and LibreOffice on Mac and Linux too. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. This is the citation bar. This is on a Mac, and this is on Windows. So on Mac, plugin will look like the bar that lists functions on Mendeley. You can move this bar wherever you like, or you can hide it. If it accidentally disappeared, don't worry. Go to the view, then toolbars, and click on Mendeley toolbar to make it appear again. So in Windows plugin, it will look like a little bit different from the Mac, and because there is a ribbon here, and you can see it through the reference and the reference ribbon as Mendeley cytometric. So inserting citation is achieved by first positioning your cursor into the appropriate location in Microsoft Word, and then go to the Mendeley cytometric, for example, Microsoft Word for Windows, go to the references, and then the references ribbon, and then select Mendeley cytometric, and then you can start insert citation. Let me check here if we can start Microsoft Word here. So as a demo here, you can see this is Microsoft Word. You can start a blank document. So you will start writing your article, whatever thing you need to write, and then go to References, to Cite, and then select Insert Citation. Once you select Insert Citation, you will have the search bar of Mendeley. So you can search for a document in your library, and you can search in a specific folder you have in your Mendeley. Or if you don't want to, or you just know that the location, you can click on Go to Mendeley. It will open your Mendeley, and then you can choose whatever document you need to cite. Just to make sure, you need to make sure that all the metadata is accurate and it's clear. It's already editable, so you can edit them or you can create the record. Let's just make sure that you have them on the right side, accurate and as much clear as you want. And you can also here, you can specify the page. So if you want to cite something, like for example, I want to cite from page 11 to here, for example, I want to cite from page 11 to page 12, for example. So I will choose the document, as you can see, and I'll click on Cite. So once I click on Cite, I'll find it here cited at the document. After that, if I want to insert my list of references or the bibliography, so I can just create the list of references by inserting bibliography. So it will pull automatically everything from Mendeley, and even it says that I'm inserting from page 11 to page 12. Also, these styles is flexible, so I can go to Style and choose my own style. So there is APA here, which is a very famous style. There is IEEE here. Mendeley have more than 7,500 styles. So if you cannot find your style here, just go to More Styles and Get More Styles and search for whatever style you want. So for example, if I want to search for the Lancet and I want to the Lancet. Oops. Okay, so the Lancet is here. Can choose and I can select and install. So install the Lancet and then I can choose it and then I will say use this style. I click done. So I see here that it adapted the Lancet style. I can also choose, for example, IEEE. So this is a benefit for me to save my time and also to help me to resubmit if I get any rejection out of this. Yeah, so I think this is all about citation. There is also a functionality to merge citations, so you can merge if you are citing from two different documents, so you can just merge, you can select the citation and you can merge between them. So this is a very good also functionality. There is the CSL editor. So if you cannot find, for example, if you cannot find the style from the 7,500 styles available, you can go to the website, the Mendeley website. You can click csl.mendeley.com. So in this website, you can search for the more styles from the 7,500. If you cannot, you can search by example, or you can take the style and you can edit the style and use your own style. So this is a customization tool for the styles. So it will help you a lot if you cannot find, or if you are using a local journal you are publishing in or something like that. So I think I'm done with the citation part. Back to Giovanna for the collaboration part on Mendeley. Thank you very much, and back to Giovanna.
Thank you very much, Mohamed. And now I will talk about the collaboration part from Mendeley. So I will go back to the styles. I will close this screen. So now let's talk about collaboration. And one of the things that makes Mendeley is the way in which you can collaborate with your fellow researchers, colleagues, and friends, and discover new research, share papers, make notes, collaboratively on the same article, and make connection with other researchers in your field. So collaboration is a key component of research. So let's take a look at how Mendeley does collaboration. So Mendeley groups, I will go back to the Mendeley desktop version. I will show you how you can create groups on Mendeley. So Mendeley groups allow you to come together with other users and to share resources. If you have already created or joined groups, you will see them listed in the left panel of Mendeley desktop underneath your personal folders. To add material to a group, just drag and drop them onto the group name. You can also create new groups at any time by using the create group functionality or option. Both available on the Mendeley desktop and online. The process is really quick and easy. Mendeley offers 3 different types of group: open, invite only, and private. The open groups, these are groups are publicly visible and accessible to anyone. They will be listed in the group directory on Mendeley website, and members can add reference to the group, but only the reference detail will be added. And then we have the open groups invite only. And these groups are also publicly visible, but membership is controlled by the group admins. Anyone can follow the group to access the reference, but only full members can add or edit reference. And finally, is the private groups. These groups are not publicly visible. Members need to be invited, and members can share full text papers with each other, and can also collaboratively highlight and annotate on this material. So basically, I will go and show you one private group. Let's see. Let's go to my library to find one to showcase. Showcase this case. Well, just to showcase the slides I have made. So basically, here is one. So private groups are private, and these groups are not publicly visible. No one in the network knows they are there and who form them. Only their group owners and members. Members need to be invited by the owner and need to be a set invite. Members can, in this case, can share full text papers with each other and can also collaborate highlighting and making annotations. As my colleagues have shown you before, on this material that they share in these private groups. So private groups, like all groups, offer the ability to communicate with other members. I will go back to the desktop application. So members, and in the overview, you can see that how the members can communicate between each other via message posted to the new feed. You will also receive notifications when new resources are added. And each post on the group newsfeed creates a discussion thread, allowing you to comment on the other member posts. And also you can open papers shared with the private groups using the Mendeley PDF reader, what my colleague have shown you before, and make any highlights and annotations. And all these highlights and annotations will be added to the group version that will be visible to the other members of the group. And each contributor will be assigned a color to help distinguish their changes. I can show you here. And also you can add notes or highlight particular passages here to draw your collaborators' attention to a particular section of the paper. And this is how you can collaborate on private groups. But Mendeley, now I will go to my personal profile of Mendeley. I will sign up on Mendeley online. This is the overview of my profile. So when you sign up for Mendeley, you are automatically creating a research profile on your Mendeley web. And you can complete your Mendeley profile. Go back, sorry, to the slides. And you can complete your Mendeley profile. And this is a great way to showcase your work and to encourage other users to get in touch and to receive personal statistics on your papers. Remember that you can use your profile to share your interests and publications within the world. And also, if I will go back to my desktop application. Sorry, to my web application. If you scroll down the page, you can see that you can add your research interest. You have a list of your publications here that you can add as well. Some biographical information. You can see a list of co-authors if you have it as well. If you complete your profile, you can see a list of people who are following you and who are following and who you are following too as well. And finally, as we scroll down, we get to your professional experience and your education history, essentially making this a very thoughtful online resume. So when viewing another user profile, you will have the option also to follow this person, and this will keep you up to date with their activity and also send them a direct message if it is needed, or if you need to contact this person. So remember that you can use Mendeley. I will go back now to my desktop application from my online application. Remember also that you can use Mendeley to share your work with other users by adding your publication to your personal profile. And adding publications will make them available to other users via your profile, and as well as connecting you to them in Mendeley web catalog. So if other users view your papers in the catalog, they will see that you are a Mendeley user and that you will be able to connect with you. So to add your personal publications to your profile, you have to go just to your Mendeley desktop, open My Publications, and either drag and drop a file onto the specified area or just click to browse to a file on your computer. So I will go back to the Mendeley web. So also it's quite easy to find colleagues on Mendeley by doing a simple search in the People tab on Mendeley web. You will see a list of results. Let me look, for example, for Mohamed Kafar. So you are going to see now a list of results that match your search term. So click follow to get regular updates about their work if you are going to follow this person. Also remember that you can change your settings, so you can ask for permission before someone can follow you as well. So also, on the other hand, as I mentioned before, Mendeley is a great way to discover new research. So to get recommendations and also to see the impact of the articles on the research community, let me show you how Mendeley can help you. You can do this Mendeley search in the catalog of Mendeley through the literature search functionality that is available on the Mendeley desktop. I will go back to the Mendeley desktop. I will show you also what is available on the slides. So, as you know, Mendeley Research Catalog is an ever-growing crowdsourced database of metadata, totally anonymously aggregated from all the uploaded documents from more than 5 million users. And as such, with over 3 million documents uploaded to Mendeley, the size and breadth of information available in our research catalog is quite really impressive. So if you know the name of a paper or you have a specific topic in mind, you can use the literature search settings from within Mendeley desktop. This allows you to retrieve new reference from the Mendeley web catalog. As the catalog is crowdsourced, the literature search can only retrieve papers that have already been added by other users. So if your desired result is a very new or obscure paper, you may not be able to retrieve it. So if the full text of a paper is available, for example, if the paper is just open access, so you will see an icon allowing you to download it. If not, the full text document will not be available in Mendeley. Also remember, I will go back to the desktop, if for any copyright reason you think that content don't have to be available on the Mendeley catalog, on the right side pane on the bottom, on other settings, there you have to click in this box that is called Unpublished Work, to exclude that content from the Mendeley web catalog. So, as I mentioned before, you can also search the catalog online. So now we'll go to the web application. on papers. So papers tab, if you log in into your Mendeley account, you will be able to save the result. Let me you will be able to save the resulting reference straight to your library as well. So let me open this reference. So when viewing a paper in the web catalog, you will be also given a list of papers that are related to it. These relationships are determined by the behavior of other Mendeley users. So if a paper is commonly used in conjunction with the item you are viewing, it will be recommended to you. So a web catalog entry will also include readership statistics drawn from Mendeley. You can see the number of people who have read the paper, as well as the breakdown of their discipline background. You can also see the academic status and the country of origin of those Mendeley users. So I will go now to the fifth tab. So when you log in to Mendeley web, you will notice that your homepage has become a newsfeed. This is very similar to other social media sites, such as Facebook, and allows you to quickly get up to date on what has been happening in your Mendeley account most recently, for instance. So you will see which document has been added to groups that you are a member of, or changes to a researcher's profile, if you are following them, or updates to the Mendeley blog, and so on and so on forth. So then you have as well in the top the tab that's called Suggest. We're on the Mendeley web. And Mendeley Suggest is a tool that allows researchers to stay up to date by offering several recommenders based on the behavior, based on your discipline and interest. So I'm scrolling down the page. So you will find relevant content based on all articles in your library, in your research interests, articles more recently added to your library as well, articles popular in your discipline, articles based on what you read last, and articles trending in your discipline as well. So now I will go also to show you another important, I think, feature for researchers, that is the stats. So I will go back to the slides. To better showcase this feature. So as you can see, Mendeley Stats, well, basically it's a tool that allows authors, researchers to quickly and easily understand how their publications are being read, shared, cited, and mentioned. So Mendeley Stats helps to show the more immediate performance of the publications from authors. So it provides you information about the number of citations, your H index, the number of publications currently in Scopus, views to your publications in ScienceDirect, and the number of readers in Mendeley. So we can also get an overview of the performance timeline with your citations and views. With your citations and views during this month, for example, and also we can visualize, or we can have a view about the performance of each and every one of your publications. And directly on the results page, we have an overview of the citations, readers, and views. And finally, about the mentions in the media. So everything will be available in your stat page. And this is only visible by the owner of the account, by the author. It's not openly visible to all Mendeley users. Now I will go back to the Mendeley web application. So finally, and really quickly, because we are running out of time, I would like to share with you that we have recently launched Mendeley Careers, that is being developed with a view to helping researchers move ahead in their careers. And also it allows to search for open positions by discipline, location, and distance within a certain location. Moreover, it allows users to create a job alerts, find careers, advice, and browse through employers and institutions who are advertising on this website. Nowadays, we have more than or almost 3,000 science and technology jobs, as you can see, on Mendeley Careers. So from my side, now is the end of my presentation. So now I will share the screen with my colleague, with Mohamed Ghaffar, who will share with you how you can stay up to date on Mendeley and where you can find electronic resources and support. Mohamed.
Okay, thank you very much, Giovanna. Back to the presentation. Can you please go to the presentation? Okay, so let's stay in touch. We have a lot of resources that you can stay in touch with us. The first thing is, if you want to get more details and read some materials about Mendeley, you can go to blog.mendeley.com. You will find a lot of resources that can support your learning journey with Mendeley. Another thing is that our resources, there is PowerPoint presentations, there is PDFs, there is a lot of guides that you can use through resources. Go to community.mendeley.com/guides. And also there is the feedback. So if you want to ask any question, if you want to give us some feedback, go to feedback.mendeley.com. There is Mendeley support too, so there is support if you have any error or anything that appeared with you. So you just go to support.mendeley.com. We also have, specifically for Africa, we have a Facebook group called Elsevier Community. So you can go to facebook.com/groups/Elsevier Community. You're going to find the PDF version of this PowerPoint presentation available also under files in this group. It's facebook.com/groups/Elsevier Community, one word. Elsevier Community is one word. And go to files, you will find the PDF version of this PowerPoint presentation. We also working on Mendeley Advisor program in Africa. So if you want to subscribe to our program, our Mendeley Advisor program, and become one of our Mendeley advisors, you can apply through Mendeley Advisor. Go to community.mendeley.com and go to the advisor and apply for the advisor program there, so we can stay in touch. And once we launch the program, we are going to call you and start working with you about Mendeley. Thank you very much for today. As I have mentioned, to stay connected with us, please go and log into our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Elsevier community. And don't forget to follow our page on Facebook, Elsevier Africa. Search for Elsevier Africa and like our page. Thank you very much for joining us today. Please, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask your questions through the Facebook group. And thank you very much for today. Thank you very much, Giovanna, for your effort for today. And this actually webinar is going to be available. The recording is going to be available on our YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com/Elsevier Africa. And you are going to find the recording available there, or you can search on Elsevier Africa on YouTube. Thank you very much again for today, and waiting for you on our next webinar on December 15th about ebooks on Science Direct. Thank you very much and have a nice day.